Hi and welcome. I'm Reverend Ali Bierman, and this is the gathering of Metaphysical Ministry International. I'm so glad you joined us here today. What's a metaphysical ministry? Well, the world that you see out there, that you can see, hear, touch, smell, with your five senses, that's just an itsy-bitsy, like smaller than a grain of sand compared to the Empire State Building of what exists. So when you learn to experience the world using other dimensions, other skills that are within you that you don't even know you have because they're out of your awareness, life becomes a much richer experience, and that's what we're all about. We begin every week with a happy share. Now, why a happy share? Well, most people today focus on everything that's wrong. They talk about circumstances, all of which we create. And they buy into thought forms of scarcity and unhappiness and everything they don't want happening in their lives. Well, what you focus on expands in your life. So why would you focus on negative things? It's habit. It's a default way of thinking that came into being, I don't know how many years ago. But you have a choice about that. When you choose to focus on things that leave you feeling good, happy, and at peace, in other words, somebody makes you happy, you will attract more things that leave you feeling happy, good, and at peace. So this isn't about something that happened for your kids and you're happy on a secondary level. It isn't about something that happened for your significant other, for your parents, for your best friend. Something that happened for you that allowed you to feel happy. Now for me, you may know, I recently moved into my house. I was waiting 9 months for it to vacate to get in. And I've been moving in the furniture, and that makes me feel really, really good because I got to sleep in my very own bed for the first time in 9 months, and it was sheer heaven. And I had some friends move the extremely heavy pieces of furniture, but I moved everything else, and it lets me feel really, really good to realize that the workouts that I do really work because I've been carrying a lot of really heavy stuff, and it didn't bother me at all. So, those are some happy shares for me. What's your happy share? If you scroll down and let us know about it, you know what? You will share. First of all, you'll get to relive the happy share when you type it up because everything's about what goes on up here in your imagination. So you get to relive it. Body can't tell the difference between what's real and what you imagine. And you will also magnify, double, triple, probably exponentially increase how happy you felt as a result of that. So just scroll on down. Now this week I get to be minstrel minister, and today our topic is imagination. Imagination. Use it every day. Imagination. Imagination causes you to feel the way you do in every minute. You create your world and place yourself in it. Do you have a fascination with why your world looks as it does? Do you wonder what is the buzz about creating your reality? Do you get when you believe, then you will receive what you desire, what you hold dear to, what you aspire to be. Once you believe it, then you will see it manifest in your reality without delay. Can happen right away when you focus only on what you want, ignoring obstacles in the way. Hey, this is your life. Use your imagination to bypass strife. It's what you think about, creating how you feel. That defines for you what is real. It's everything that's going on up here that creates what can appear in your world. Because there are infinite possibilities that can happen. And when you focus on one, then, and only then, does it come into your world. So everything you could possibly want, every possible outcome, it's already out there in existence. What are you focusing on? How are you using your imagination? Are you using it to bring happiness to your life, joy, health, great relationships, success in business? What are you focusing on? You know, many people, if they're going out, say, to a meeting and they're going out at rush hour, they're focusing on the fact that, oh, here it is, rush hour. I'm going to get stuck in this horrific traffic. And guess what happens? Well, the first time that I thought about this and how to change my mindset, I was chauffeuring somebody who was an important guest speaker for the organization I was with. And I mentioned, being on 95 in the East Coast 95, Route 95 interstate, is about the worst thing to do at rush hour. And he said, no, there won't be any traffic. And guess what? There wasn't any traffic. And that's when I realized, well, gee willikers, whatever I focus on, I'm creating in my world. I'm creating my reality. And you know what? It doesn't exist unless I imagine it. And why wouldn't I imagine things to be the way I want them to be? I'm not talking about going from here to there step by step. I'm talking about looking down the road to the end to where I want to be. I don't see the obstacles. I don't have to plan or focus on how to move around them, how to try and move them, how to burst through them. Not when I'm focusing on what I want to live as my reality, universal. Sweep them out of my way. They won't be there. They won't exist for me or for you either. How are you using your imagination? Use it to make your world look the way you want it to look. We have a tree of life. It's part of our sanctuary. On the tree of life are names of people and pets. And every day, I have never missed a day ever since we started this a couple years ago. Every single day I say special blessing, recognizing the fact we are all connected. We are all one. If something's going on for somebody else, it's also going on some level in me. And by saying this special blessing, recognizing our connectedness, recognizing if I heal something in myself, it simultaneously in that very moment heals for the other person. Now the thing here is healing doesn't always mean getting better. Doesn't always mean getting back to the way things were. Healing is accepting how things are in the moment and moving on from there. So if there's a name you want to add to the Tree of Life, scroll down, tell me what the name is. You'll get an email from me. By the way, this is private. Nobody else will see it. You get an email from me. I'll tell you how to accomplish getting a name on the Tree of Life. Look up there. You see that page called Hold a Space For? What's holding a space for? Something that you want to have in your life, in your reality, that's not there now, but you really want it. You really want to live in that reality. Well, when you let us know by scrolling down, telling us what you want to hold the space, what you want us to hold the space for, you living as your reality, that means a lot more people are focusing energy on that particular thought. Well, what makes a thought come into reality? What makes it manifest for you? The energy and emotions that go into that thought. So when you do it by yourself, that's fantastic. That's how to create. And when more people are focusing on the same energy, seeing you live that way, you have it even faster. So if there's something you'd like us to hold the space for you happening, we've seen things like people getting cars, people getting homes that are new for them, different health issues. The thing is, you can only ask us to hold the space for you. If you want us to hold the space for something to happen in another person's reality, you've got to get their permission. So you ask them before you scroll down, tell us what you'd like us to hold a space for. Not only will it appear down below this video, it will also appear up there on the Hold a Space For page. When you come back here at least once a week and read through the names, read the name and what the person requested we hold a space for, you are making it happen faster for that person. And every person who's doing it is making it happen faster for you. So even if there's nothing special that you're looking for or want, you have no request, come on back and contribute to the cooperation that is humanity. I thank you again for coming by today. If you got something out of this, please go down there, hit share, so your friends and family can be aware of the message here. If you haven't already, go on over there, get your copy of How to Take Your First Steps on Your Spiritual Path. Spirituality and religion are two different things. So no matter what your religious beliefs are, you may find something helpful for you on your spiritual path in that special report. I will see you back here next week, and in the meantime, focus on how you're using your imagination and make your world look the way you want it to look. Blessings.